It's so exciting to talk about ideas, practice routine, and last time TFTT number 2, we talked about how to practice, having the choices and what to look for. And thank you so much for everyone to, give me a lot of ideas, questions, requests, and I read really carefully each one. And I think these will become part of TFGL lessons, So, but here we want to talk about just ideas. I think that's really great idea, right? So first, I always say, don't worry, don't compare, don't expect too fast, and be kind to yourself. Those 4 lines I always use when I teach. And Pick Boy will make those picks, for you guys, eventually. And having good questions, I think that's great. And then you think how to work very effectively and productively about the practice routine. So first, you want to write it down, the ideas. We all have different ideas. And next step you have to do, choices. Having the choices, I think it's a great idea. And means you don't have to do exactly what to do. Like, I tell students individually what to do with each person's personality, pace, So you have to understand your personality really well, and then you can choose idea, practice routine for yourself. And a lot of people, I think, little or more, honestly, anxiety problem. That's natural. We are human. We always worry about things, and somebody does better than you, and you don't have experience, then of course you're worried about. And some people worried about today, tomorrow, what to do. And I was like that. My personality was perfectionist, almost trying to do everything perfect, And when I was teen, even like studying school, I just overreact everything. So technically, month before I study, and then about 2 weeks, very excited. But then week before, I get so nervous or worked up. It's just worried about things, So, and you can help it, somehow we worried about things. So we have to control a little bit our personality. Don't worry about fixing everything. You don't have to fix. You have to just live with, just like you have a roommate that does something that you don't like. Maybe, your roommate don't clean up well, messy. But instead of arguing, if that person may be good to you, good person, not to criticize your things, and just, not really clean. So something like that, you just deal with it. You can't be really perfect. So my personality, I understand perfectionist, and sometimes I see people, they're just so not worried about things, And then I try to learn one thing from each person, just one thing. And that's one of changing or train myself to be not worried about things, So, but again, this is not just forget about everything. You have to still remember everything you do, and instead of ignoring, you acknowledge every single things, my word, and then instead of ignoring, you understand, but don't pay too much attention. That's what it is. Also, you have to prepare. So going through guitar exercise, to me, it's a great way to build your personality very strong. And the reason I talked about this anxiety issue, also personality issue here, it's just because your willingness and your passion isn't a problem. Also, practice material isn't a problem. Just between material and you. So sometimes you have to be flexible to understand things evenly, fairly. So I want you to understand you are human. You are human, very fragile and very beautiful. Individually, you're all beautiful. And I want you to really be happy where you are, who you are, with what you have already. So I always tell my students, if you have a place to live, if you have a place to sleep, if you have things to eat tomorrow, that's amazing. That's amazing. But what happened? Instagram, YouTube, internet, everything, Google, and you compare. And you compare and just right away, a lot of people not happy. So use everything. Read a book, talk with the people, more analog, right? But also you can use computer to search things if you're interested in. But don't take literally about things because it's all free stuff, And you don't want to get upset from free stuff, right? And so think about that. Yeah. So don't be perfect. Don't be absolute about it. So first, right here, when I teach students, I try to avoid some words. For example, perfect. I don't say perfect because once you say it, you're done. I want to be better, always better. So absolutely, yes, you do sometimes say, but you never know. 5 minutes later, your mind change. I love a guitar. Absolutely. Yes, but you never know. I may play ukulele, next day. So everything, it's possible. And you created your personality, of course, with a lot of things, but you can live with and you can change slightly better if you want to. So the reason I talk this, just because a lot of people wrote me here and a lot of ideas, but also somebody mentioned about me saying you are very calm and wise. How to build amazing personality. Again, I'm not amazing, I'm just a normal guy, but I just try to be calm and better, So my way to do is just preparation. Just wishing, I don't think it works. You have to do something, Something means you have to plan a little bit and work a little bit. So I don't want to go too much, but what happened was I played a really amazing concert in clinics in 2015 in Korea, South Korea. And that time was really, really amazing. So many people came to my show, 400, 500 people. That was the longest signing I ever did. But same time, I saw my picture and I felt a little bit getting around, because I'm 53 now, so that was 50. So at that point, I decided, okay, I'm gonna work out. So I start searching about yoga. So Instagram was great to follow yoga people, anybody who does workout. So mostly, I follow yoga and workout in Instagram, just because those guys has really great things to say, great, mentally concept, So I follow those guys. So myself, lately, I do a little bit of my own yoga, and almost every day I have workout routine. So that helps me get going and calm like that. Also, everything I try to do a little bit ahead of time, okay? So, today's bottom line is I use this notebook, and already, let's see. So started this January 1st, 2018. And every 2-3 days I wrote 14. Oops. And so I write about 4 or 5 things to do, just like a practice. But this is something I have to get to it, So, and my idea is one side I write, one side I keep open. In other words, I don't fill out everything, because I used to go bigger notebook. I fill out everything, and it wasn't really great. Too much, too much expectation, not good. So one side, just by small notebook, one side you just write anything, 4 or 5 things, and then someday you write ideas. So this is my ideas. In other words, if I don't have this, I can't think really well, because then I can see February, what did I do? February 3rd, DVD check about documentary, and some promotion for live show, and workout. Oh yes, number 5, workout practice tunes, like that. Very simple. And then this side is open. Okay. So here, bottom line is like that. Just write it out, your ideas and your thought. Organize. So write it out. Sometimes some page you write it out, everything you want to write, and some page you write, okay, this is what you do. So I measure 2 choices. For example, if you were interested in ear training or fretboard knowledge, then you want to do TFGL 1 fingering, 3 triads, 4 root 37 3 chords, right? Or somebody already know those, and maybe you want to approach more jazzy soloing or phrasing idea, then GL1, TFGL1, which is fingerings, which is good, and number 6, bending, so you can help your blues playing, bending, and blue monk phrasing, GL7. That way you have more soloing idea. Today, original idea, I try to do less than 10 minutes. I try to do something I want to say clearly and short, but I guess I did a little bit of go over. Hope you don't mind. And I'm going to work on it a little bit shorter, and a little bit more concrete, idea, right? So this week, I didn't bring a CD, I forgot, but you can look at my Instagram or Facebook. I always show picture, those CD that are important. This week, I want you to listen Pass Herb Ellis, 2 for the Road. That's really great duo album, and so much phrase, and a lot 2/5s. So if you listen to the records, and then when I do 2-5-1 phrase on TFGL, that's almost, I would say, perfect, but nearly perfect, right? Nothing is perfect. So remember today, you are human, you're beautiful. Please be kind to yourself, and have a great day. And Tuesday, I'm at the room 418, and I teach private lesson today. I really look forward to it. Thanks so much. So see you next time. Okay, bye.